Good morning. Welcome to our daily devotion. It is Tuesday, May 11th. Thank those of you that continue to watch these videos. Although the viewership has gone down, I understand that. I totally understand that. That's why I haven't done any videos at night this past week. First of all, because a lot going on to get ready for our new church this Sunday. But also because I realize that we just need a break from videos, and we need to be live. I know, Mary, that you're able to go back to your church back there in Bismarck, and I bet you it was awesome to be able to go back again, to be able to worship and fellowship and everything else. But we're looking forward to that same thing this Sunday. Here's what we're going to be talking about this morning is people that we have compassion for. Some of you have the gift of mercy, where you care about sick people, and you have great compassion on them. You're comfortable going into a hospital and visiting them and praying with them and caring about them. So there's, I think of Dandy and Dawn, that have incredible compassion for the homeless. Good morning, John. They have compassion for the homeless. Every week, there isn't a Saturday that goes by that Dawn and her team isn't out there making sandwiches, preparing meals, going out and feeding the homeless of Long Beach. Dandy does all kinds of things I have compassion for children. I just have great compassion for children, always have. When I hear about how many children are abducted every year, kidnapped, it just breaks my heart. It just breaks my heart. When I have my grandchildren with me, when I have little James, Ryan, I think your son, I think you said was like, I can't remember, I think you said 5 or 6 years old. When I have my little James, my grandson James, and I think about children his age that are being abducted, or in India, children his age that are orphans, that live on the streets, fighting the dogs for food. It just breaks my heart. I have incredible compassion for children and for youth. We all have compassion for certain people. Good morning, Grace. You have 3 children, 6, 4, and 2. Ryan, I didn't know that. Oh my goodness. No wonder the other day you said you're picking up toys constantly. I can believe that. Holy smokes. Wow, 2 years apart. 2 years apart. That's where my kids were 2 to 3 years apart. So anyway, Jesus also had compassion on certain people. So let's read it here. We're in chapter 20 of Matthew, and I'm going to start reading at verse 27 of Matthew, or 29. I'm sorry. As Jesus and his disciples were leaving Jericho, a large crowd followed him. 2 blind men were sitting by the roadside, and when they heard that Jesus was going by, they shouted, "Lord, Son of David, have mercy on us." The crowd rebuked them and told them to be quiet. It's like the crowd had no compassion on them. It's like, you're blind guy, just be quiet, don't bother Jesus. Like, morning, Marcy, morning, Emma. But they shout out all the louder, "Lord, Son of David, have mercy on me." Jesus stopped and called them. "What do you want me to do for you?" he asked. "Lord," they answered, "we want our sight." Listen to this. Jesus had compassion on them and touched their eyes. Immediately they received their sight and followed him. He didn't just heal them because he had the power to heal them. He didn't just heal them because he wanted to show that he was from God. He healed them because he had compassion on them. He cared about them. Well, when he saw these 2 blind men, he looked at them where they can't see, and he had great compassion on them. Listen to this in Romans 9, 14, and 16, where it talks about God. "What then shall we say? Is God unjust? Not at all. For if he says to Moses, 'I will have mercy on whom I have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I have compassion. It does not therefore depend on man's desire or effort, but on God's mercy. God, it's God caring about people. That's what causes him to heal people, to be involved in people's lives, because he cares, because he has compassion. So it's obvious from the Gospels that Jesus cared more about the poor and the needy. It was constantly looking for, those are the ones that followed Jesus. Look at these two blind men. As soon as Jesus healed them, it said they followed Jesus. So who were the people that followed Jesus? Was it the rich? No. If it was just out of curiosity. It was the poor. It was the needy that were following Jesus because they needed him. They needed him. The rich people didn't need him. Yeah, that's true even today. The wealthy, the ones that have everything in life, they don't sit there and think they have a need for God. Or what do I need God for? It's the down and out. It's the ones that don't have anything, that have a need. And so Jesus had great compassion for those kind of people. In Luke 7:18 through 22, it says this: John the Baptist was in prison now, and John was at one time was convinced that Jesus was the one that was sent by God, but now he started questioning. It says John's disciples told him about all these things. Calling two of them, he said to them, "Go to the Lord to ask, are you the one who is to come, or should we expect someone else?" When the men came to Jesus, they said, "John the Baptist sent us to you to ask, are you the one who was to come, or should we expect someone else?" At that very time, Jesus cured many who had diseases, sicknesses, and evil spirits. He gave sight to many who were blind. So he replied to the messengers. So here he is now, going to send them back to John to show them why he is the one. Okay? He says, "Go back and report to John what you see and heard. The blind receive sight, the lame walk, those who have leprosy are cured, the deaf hear, the dead are raised." And listen to this. "And the good news is preached to the poor." Go back and tell John, I'm God. I'm the one from God. I'm God because I care about the poor. I preach the good news to the poor. See, at that time, people with the leprosy or the blind, they were just shoved to the side. The story we just read about the two blind people, it's like, don't bother Jesus. It's kind of like, even children, it was like, keep the children away from Jesus. He doesn't have time for them. It's like they didn't care. But then here comes Jesus and has great compassion for them. And who was Jesus? God in the flesh. So you want to be like God? Then care about the same people that he cared about. The people that are down and out. The people that don't have anything. The people that are desperate. The people that are needy. That's the ones that Jesus reached out to. Go back and tell John that I preach the good news to the poor. Wow. So I guess the question for us is, how much do we really care about the poor, the sick, the needy? My niece comes over now to see her dad once a week. My brother that we're taking care of. And in the process, she was talking about a friend of hers that had moved to Arizona and had come down with this terrible disease. He was a strong man, had a young child, I think 5 years old, and all of a sudden came down with this rare disease that attacks the immune system. And it just, you literally go back to where you can't move a muscle, that attacks your muscles, your nerves, you can't use, and you have to learn, after they take care of the disease, you have to learn everything all over again. You have to learn to walk again. You have to learn to talk again. She sent a video of me of someone like that I watched that went through the whole process. Now, I've never met Wyatt. May never meet him. I don't know. But I had compassion when I heard that. It would be like you, Ryan. It would be like you, Ryan, all of a sudden now with your 3 young children, your livelihood, taking care of them with your work, and all of a sudden now you're bedridden. All of a sudden now your wife has to take care of your kids and take care of you because you can't take care of yourself anymore. I had compassion on him. We just starting to rent now from this church, the branch, and we just found out that the pastor's husband has cancer, liver cancer. It's like, as soon as I heard that, I was like, I got to put him on my prayer list. I haven't met him yet. It's like, do you have compassion? Who are you praying for? Who are the people that you're praying for? Are you praying for the people that are wealthy and have everything they need? Are you praying for the people that are successful in life? Are you praying for someone that says, well, pray for me. I don't know whether to buy a Lamborghini or a Porsche. It's like, who are you praying for? Chances are it's the same people that Jesus had compassion for. You're praying for those kind of people. Dawn constantly asks for help to go to feed the homeless, and it's always the same people that go with her every week. When we moved her to her new location, it was for the most part the same people that help her all the time. Where's people's compassion? Where their compassion? Have you ever considered going with them to feed the homeless? Who do you have compassion for? We don't all have compassion for the same people. Here I am, 75 years old, still wanting to work with youth and children. Not everybody has that. I can't wait today. Now I can't wait because my daughter's got to take her pet to somewhere, and so I have to pick up the grandchildren now. I got my thing here at 10:40. Then I get James at 11, and then I take Maya back to her special class at 1:10. And I can't wait to do that. I can't wait to walk into the preschool there and have little James turn around and see Grandpa and see that big smile on his face. I can't wait to pick up the girls my daughter said, just wait in the car. They know where to go. I'm not going to wait in the car. I'm going to be out there by the gate waiting for them. Not everybody has that same compassion for children that God gave me. Some of you have compassion for them that I don't have compassion for. So who do you have compassion for? Whatever it is, reach out to them like Jesus did. Reach out to them like Jesus did. Pray for them like Jesus did. Pray for their healing. Whatever God has laid on your heart, do it. Amen? I hope God spoke to you this morning. If this meant something to you, share it. Share it so other Christians can be motivated to have more compassion. God bless you all. There'll be no youth videos now until we meet live next week. So I'll see the rest of you tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock for our next daily devotion. I will always continue doing these daily devotions. God bless you all. Have a great day and have compassion on somebody today. Have some great compassion on someone today. Amen.